Alrighty, guys and gals, what's going on, everybody? It's Big E. We're from the old King's Room here, and making an announcement on the channel here about the Goblin. You know him as Blackfoot. He's the holy priest we're healing on. I recorded an episode this morning, and it just kind of hit me that I'm not really having fun with it anymore. I think I've been kind of like pushing it and trying to convince myself this is fun. But it feels like every single time you get into a dungeon, it's a speed run. And it's like, and I didn't sign up for it or something. It's an odd feeling. And it's, as a healer, it's a completely different experience, in my opinion, because I've tanked and I've DPS'd and I've healed in these Outland and Northern dungeons where it's just go, 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 go. It's not really my thing. I know a lot of people enjoy that. I don't really know why, but it's not my thing. But so here's what's happening. As a healer, I feel like the whole entire weight of the run is on my shoulders because the tank is not worried about waiting, right? He just going mob, boss, mob, boss. And the DPS are just trying to keep up with him. And it just falls on me to just like make sure everybody is being healed, dispelled, whatever. And I find myself in these situations where I literally have to make a decision. So if we've killed 2 or 3 packs, then the tank is off. That's guaranteed. He's just going. I have to make a decision. Okay, do I try to take 5 seconds and loot these mobs, or do I sit down real quick and try to get a few seconds worth of a drink and then try to catch the tank again? It's not enjoyable. And it seems like 9 out of 10 tanks are just completely unaware. The video I did this morning, I had a tank like this at the first tank, and he took a wipe. We didn't wipe. I barely kept the rest of the group up, but as soon as he was rezzed, he just went. I had no fucking mana, and he's just off. And there were a couple of times where he was running up steps and shit, and some people behind pulled like a pack of mobs, completely oblivious. I'm low on mana, and it always seems to be this type of thing where they're just not, they either don't care or they're just not paying attention. I don't really see how that's fun. Wiping for no reason. It just takes more time in a dungeon where it seems like all that matters is doing it as quick as possible. So it's just not been that enjoyable. I'm not saying, like, in the beginning it was kind of fun because we were playing Talkinghorn. I tanked a little bit and then we were DPSing, and it's a completely different experience. You don't really have to worry about anything but just trying to do as much damage and keep up. That's it. But again, as the healer, I have a limited amount of mana. Now I have mana pots on me, which I'm popping on the regular, like Tic Tacs, just chucking them back. But it ends up being frustrating, and more in the episodes, what's happening. And it's the same thing that happened on Talkinghorn. I'm just like, I end up saying it like, this is ridiculous. This is stupid. I don't like it. And I don't think that's fun to watch somebody complain. I do my best to stay in a, just kind of joke around and stuff like that. And, I wouldn't say at this point, for the most part, it's fun, because for the most part, it's aggravating as a healer. And if we have any healers out there, you may or may not share the same opinion, but it is frustrating to feel like the whole weight of the dungeon is on me to keep everybody healed at these insane paces where I'm eventually just going to run out of mana. I don't have like this magic nonstop mana thing that I can do. We usually make it through with, no deaths or anything, but again, I find myself complaining more than I'm enjoying it. And, and on the inside too, honestly, I'm just like, F this. This is ridiculous. I didn't sign up for speed runs, and just not my thing. You may as well just pay for a boost, right? If the only point is to get through it as quick as possible to get experience, then you may as well just pay for a boost, I guess. And that's the other thing that's kind of weird about these dungeons is the skips and things people do. It's like you're only in the dungeon for 5 minutes if you're lucky, 5-10 minutes. Why not just pull everything? Just pull to get more experience. But they're skipping packs and stuff, and I don't know. I just don't understand it. Like the mentality of the and it's kind of a lot on Blizzard because they've set it this way. Everybody is so overpowered. Tanks are insane DPS. They can hold aggro, and they do generally the most DPS, except in certain situations. But Blizzard has kind of they've created this so players are naturally doing, the system. But I guess my point is, I think I'm going to let the Goblin go. I think we're level 76 or something. It's not that far to 80, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to put him on the back burner right now, and maybe not release it quite as often or something. What I might do is just change it up, and we'll start doing just some questing. Might be the way for me to better enjoy the character a little bit more. Just kind of step back and, I don't know, maybe get into heroics or something if we hit 80. And I'm just kind of working this out as I'm making the video. I didn't really think about this, but maybe we could switch over to Shadow and just do some questing and some herbing, and just kind of chill, take it easy, have some fun with NPC dialogue and things I like to do. So having just said that, I just worked it out. I guess I will continue. I was coming from a pretty frustrated position. It's frustrating to have a tank, and again, it seems to be 9 out of 10 they're just oblivious. They're just not paying attention to the group. That you get into the dungeon and it's immediate. It's like, dude, you got to pick up those quests as quick as you can. This happened to me today. I couldn't even get the quest because the tank is taking damage, right? It's just not even like everybody's not even in the fucking dungeon and the tank's just off. It's just like, what are you doing, man? I don't know. To me, that's a shitty tank. I understand wanting to go, but you have to just look over every once in a while at your group. Okay, I see the healer is completely out of mana. Let's not wipe for no reason. Let me just stand still for 10 effing seconds. I'll let him get half mana. That's all I want. I just want half mana. I'm not talking about a full drink, but that's just very, very rare, few and far between. Now, we have had tanks where they're really aware. Their characters are turning around. They're making sure everybody is caught up. I love that. To me, that's somebody who knows how to tank. And I don't think this is a good habit to get into if you're somebody who is going to be trying to do heroics. Like, this is just ridiculous. You're going to be wiping, left and right. And as raids, forget it. You have to be aware because it's a group, even as a DPS, it's good to be aware. If a mob is running off and nobody's on it, you're ranged, let me get that before it runs to another pack or something. But I don't know. That seems to be severely lacking with the majority of players. And, I don't know. So, yeah, I guess the announcement is I'm going to be taking a break from healing the dungeons. I think I'm going to switch to Shadow and we'll do some leveling. And maybe get to 80 that way. And then maybe we will step back into it. And maybe try heroic and try to experience the difference between, these pug normals and, a heroics is still a pug group anyway, but I'm assuming people are going to be a little bit more aware in the difficulty ramp, if that's even a thing. I hope it is. Anything else? I think that's it. So I have recorded 3 or 2 episodes of Moria, additional episodes, and I'm contemplating whether I'm going to release them on Finn. When I say Finn, I always think of our dwarf hunter, but he's the dwarf in Return to Moria. But I was told by a couple of people that I can take Durin's axe back to like the beginning of the game. And I did record an episode and I did that. And there's like this cool little cutscene and things. It literally only took like 5 minutes to do. So at that point, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen, I decided to roll a new character and play in sandbox mode. So I have 2 episodes recorded in sandbox mode on a new character. But I'm not sure. I don't know. It's a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. So I probably a lot of people would maybe like to see me continue, and I might do it. But the reason I was considering not releasing it was I was going to do another game in place of it. I was either going to replay Red Dead 2, Hogwarts Legacy, or I was going to try a completely new game. And I was also, when I started this video, I was planning to drop the Goblin, so that would have basically been a free slot. But right now, I think I may have 1 slot. I don't know really what I'm trying to say. I'll figure it out. But I have a lot of games I want to play. I want to do some different stuff. Like I said, I'm just a little bit burned out on the dungeons. It's just not my thing. The pace, you can't even experience or enjoy the dungeon, and I like that in a dungeon. And again, you barely have time to even loot a mob, or it's just not for me. I figured so. Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's it. I've got a dentist appointment, another dentist appointment coming up next week on the 12th. I'm going to have to get another tooth pulled. And then I go back. I think I'm going back about once a month. And I think over the next 6 months or so, I think hopefully my teeth they're going to get some love and attention, which they haven't had in 20 years. It's a bad situation. But hopefully that's going to work out. So I guess that's it. I will release the dungeon, the Goblin that I just did this morning. That's the next episode coming up. I think it is. We do Draktheron Keep, and I can't remember the other thing we did. But yeah, we'll just do some leveling. And I'll probably change the... Well, I don't know if I'm going to switch back on camera because it's going to take a while for me to figure out all the spells and all of that. I'll probably do it off camera and then just go over what I've done. But that might be fun. And here's the other thing I can do, and I just realized this. I can experience dungeons as a shadow priest as well. So a lot of the King's Room things that I do, this is how I work a lot of stuff out. I've done this so many times and for things in my personal life. Where there's something about my car or something I need to do or something about the game, talking out loud like this kind of helps me work through this. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it. I just wanted to let you know. You guys and gals take care. I'll see you in an upcoming episode of something. Peace.